People, here we are. Welcome to your NFL 2026 draft. This is exactly what I've been thinking, and let's go ahead and share screen right here. So, shout out to Underdog for the draft simulator. Wow, I'm perfectly placed in the corner, and I love how I just can't control any of this whenever you go stream on YouTube, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, as the kids say. So, starting off, pick number one, it's going to be simple. It's going to be simple, and that's just going to be Mendoza. Everyone talks about it. Oh, he's the undisputed number one. So I'm not going to go ahead and bore you because I'm not that type of person. But we're going to go ahead and get Mendoza. Why I love Mendoza in the one spot and why I specifically don't know how to work this computer is because it took me about a billion years today to get started because I had to go to my old computer because my new one was just not registering my webcam. So that's tons of fun for me to go ahead and have to deal with. But why would the Raiders go ahead and get Mendoza? Well, they need a quarterback. You need a quarterback. You tanked this year. You're probably not guaranteed to get a better one next year, although there's a lot better quarterbacks out there. But you bring in Kirk Cousins, and now they're not planning to start Mendoza. But what I love is Kirk Cousins and Mendoza. Everyone is like, you didn't see that last name right, but it doesn't matter because you have the stepbrother poster video, and it's just the same thing as that before these two people. So they are going to be saints in a city of sin, and honestly, I love that. I love that. Big. So simple as that. Raiders are going to take Mendoza number one. For number two, the New York Jets. What they're going to go ahead and they need a couple things. They need just first off to be a better organization. That's going to be key number one. But key number two, build up the defense, get a quarterback, build up the lines. So it's pretty much them having to every single aspect, except like running back seems to be pretty dialed in. Wide receiver, I guess, is a little bit dialed in. Tight end, maybe. I don't know, but this entire team is bad. And now they need a pass rusher, 31st in sacks. They need a cornerback. They haven't, I think they went the entire season without getting a pick. So that's bad. And they also need just weapons. It's just bad. So I believe they will be drafting David Bailey. So now let's go back up to the top here. Why David Bailey, you ask? Well, FBS, 14 and a half sacks. That's pressure on the quarterback. Aaron Glenn, he needs some defense. He loves defense. The kid loves it. So he's just going to be a monster off the edge. He graduated from Stanford, so he's smart. So he's kind of a nerd. And I feel that's going to be great for the Jets just to have a nerd in there to just be like, you know what? Let's calculate angles and explain what a hypotenuse is to just the other members of the team because they need someone like that. 405 pounds for bench pressing, 550 for squatting, 22.16 miles per hour, 250 pounds. And now, am I reading him like he's a piece of meat right now? Correct. But they need him big time. He's a little bit spicy. He did get ejected from a game from Stanford. Now, is that because he is just a little bit, he's playing at Stanford and they're a little bit boring? Perhaps, but he gets a little spicy. So that's something to know. Arizona Cardinals, they need a pass rusher. Again, their defense was horrible, 28.7 points per game. So whenever you were playing the Cardinals, there was just, oh, well, Kyle Murray, he sucks, whatever. Then you had the Cowboys. Oh, they beat the Cowboys. What? It's just rough. If you're an Arizona Cardinal fan, it's rough. You need a quarterback, OT, linebacker, and there's so many needs. But you have to face the NFC West twice a year, and your defense is a disaster. You got to at least up the defense a little bit, make it scarier for Stafford, for Darnold, for whoever else you might be playing, right? So they're in the toughest divisions in all of football. Kyle Murray, they cut ties with. So I predict they're going to grab Arvell Reese. That's who I see them getting. Why? Well, you need a disruptor. And that's where Oliver Reese is. He's going to disrupt the game for you. And plain and simple, that's what you're going to need to do if you want a chance to survive. Maybe they can game plan for him. Maybe they can't really game plan enough for him. That doesn't matter. You just need to do something, please. So that's really what it comes down to. A lot of times he's just a big film junkie. So he watches a lot of film, which is impressive. I mean, I watch a lot of movies, but you don't hear me bragging about it. Tennessee Titans, they need to have a little bit of fun. it seems like, sure, you now have the quarterback. Quarterback, I think he played well. Personally, to me, I think he played well. But you need to go ahead, build around him, and add some more excitement. Now, you're looking at this, okay, you got some great offensive linemen you can put in there. Sonny Styles is a good pick, but we need to move some tickets, and that's where Jeremiah Love comes in. So, whatever, Pollard, whatever, bye-bye. It truly doesn't matter. He's a true three-down weapon. We saw him explode insanely at Notre Dame. Now, who did they play? Fair. But what did we see? An explosion. 1,372 yards, 18 touchdowns. So that's why Tennessee Titans, they need to move some more tickets. Let's make the offense at least a lot of fun so people come and see. So 6.9 yards per carry as well. A lot of people saying it's kind of like Chubb out of Georgia. I mean, if you did what Chubb did, bring a little bit of electricity here, it's going to be insane. He won the Missouri State Championship for the 100-meter dash. So the kid can run fast, and that's what the Tennessee Titans need. They need explosion. They just say also, like, parents are like, he doesn't really like other people, which that might strike people the wrong way. But personally, for me, I kind of like someone who's a little bit alone to themselves. Sometimes in football, you need someone who's just going to put their head down and just run through the hole. And that's exactly what Jeremiah Love's going to do. He's going to have a little bit of fun with it. Now, the New York Giants, they're on the clock. And they need to beef it up. You have Jackson Dart, and now Gruden said he's like Evel Knievel. So what does he need to do? The kid needs to be protected. How are you going to protect Jackson Dart? You're going to go ahead and you're going to need to get some offensive linemen in there. Now, if we're looking at this, we're looking at the offensive linemen who are most likely to go. Look, Francis, great name, scary name. It's the bully from Recess. Francis is going to be in there and be able to bully for this New York Giants team. Harbaugh's in there. He's going to build it up. A lot of people saying, oh, maybe Jeremiah Love goes there. I don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. You have Cam Scabito, which, again, people, the NFL is a business. He was good. He's good. And he's going to move and sell them tickets. So we're 5 picks in. We got to go at a quicker pace here. Anyway, while we're doing Francis, the offensive line's a work in progress at Harbaugh, so they need to fix it big time. He's 329 pounds, so he's a big boy. Cleveland Browns. Okay, they drafted great. I think they had the best rookie class, but you're saying, but the quarterback, no one cares. That's their biggest team need right now is the quarterback. What we're going to go ahead and select for them is going to be someone by the name of Spencer Fano. So what the Cleveland Browns are probably going to be doing is just preparing to get a quarterback next year. They're probably going to be bad again. You might trade Myles Garrett, get a lot of pieces back from Myles Garrett. That's what I would personally do. Then go ahead and draft in a quarterback-heavy class for next season. That's what I do. We got to get a little bit more rapid fire with this because we've been on the stream for 8 minutes, but that's fine. Fano, he's going to be versatile. He's going to be really good. He could also go ahead of Francis, but whatever. We're just going with pretty much consensus here. Commanders, they're going to need a linebacker, Sonny Styles, but they don't need a linebacker. Look at all this. They're going to need one. They're going to need one big. Bobby Wagner, bye-bye, Miss American pie. Well, my Chevy to the levee. He's going to be gone. And their pass defense give up 6 yards of play. They were awful. And if you played fantasy football or anything along those lines, you just played someone going against them and you did well last year. Now the team is kind of decimated because Jane Daniels got injured. But what do you want? That's when your mom's too involved with life. I would know firsthand. I have a Jewish mother. They're just involved, and that's what it is. Look, what are you going to do? His dad also named him after a Godfather 3 character, which is pretty sick because he's going to be intense. I mean, if you come out of the room and go, yeah, Godfather 3, okay. Now, we're not saying where that is in the stack ranking, but it's just going to be part of that trilogy. New Orleans Saints. Who do they need? Well, they need spice. You have Shuck there. You're trying to do new things to the offense and get things going down there. Someone who's going to be able to sell some tickies. Someone who's maybe played in the South. That's why I believe they're going to need an edge rusher, Ruben Bain. But he has short arms, like a little T-Rex. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let Ruben Bain do what Ruben Bain is going to do. And that's going to be a game record. It's going to be as simple as that. Saints are going to have a game record on defense. It's going to be fantastic. He had 9.5 sacks in 2025 on 83 total pressures. But if you just watch football, you just know this guy's good. This guy's good. I don't know that much about defense, right? This is what we're doing in the draft. We're taking a holistic approach. But when we dive into fantasy football, it's his whole offense. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I just play the board game of life, and I think I'm playing Monopoly. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like Ruben Payne's short arms. It doesn't matter. Okay, people? Kansas City Chiefs, look, they've been getting in trouble with the receivers. Rashee Rice, I think it's like no suspension. So whatever, not going to touch on that. Patrick Mahomes was injured for a lot of that season. I mean, you have Justin Fields now coming in, which is going to be very interesting on short yard downs. But we need to get spicier with it. And he needs a true wide receiver one. Rashee Rice, he's looking for the JSN money. Buddy, the JSN money's not there for you. JSN money, I mean, sure, Justin Jefferson. I mean, he had whatever. We won't get into his season. Chase, it's not for you, Rashee Rice. You got to put up the numbers. You got to sell them tickets. Where are your jersey sales at? JSNs are higher. That's simply what it is. So Mahomes, I mean, you love Tyreek Hill when he was there. Travis Kelce's a ghost of what he was, but I don't blame him. He's 85 years old. His girlfriend's Taylor Swift or fiance. Are they married? I don't understand pop culture. I don't really understand weddings either, but it doesn't matter. Kansas City Chiefs, new wide receiver one, Tyson. Welcome in. Now you're saying, oh, but Xavier Worthy, whatever. Tyson's better than all three of these guys coming out. We all know that. Number 5, we're going to try to keep this under 30 minutes. Where are we at? We're at 11 minutes. This is bad pacing. Because really, when I said 30 minutes, I meant 20 minutes. We have also not had one person come in the live stream, which makes me so happy. I'm just kidding. I'm slowly going down inside sundowning. So look, Kansas City Bengals, what do you see here? D-line, cornerback, linebacker, safety, edge. Their defense sucks. The defense has sucked for a long time. Trey Hendrickson, he's bye-bye. I accidentally clicked Caleb Downs. Maybe I already did that because that's who's going there. He's going to be a real difference maker on this Cincinnati Bengals team. And at 10, their defense gave up the most yards per play last year. Caleb Downs is going to be a glue guy. He's coming from Ohio State, a winning program. They won the whole thing, but he knows how to win and build up this defense because they are just not good, and Joe Burrow is not happy with them. Miami Dolphins, you invested a lot in a quarterback. You're going to need some things go. Why not have Carnell Tate go there with you? He's going to be able to catch the ball. And Dolphins, you have other picks in this, so you might as well go with someone who's going to be fast and picks out them tickies. Now, Dallas Cowboys, what do you need? What did you trade away? Oh my God, where did we go? Dallas Cowboys. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, guys, these are not what we're going to be picking. No. Dallas Cowboys, what do you need? What's going on here? Well, you need someone to come off the edge. You trade away Parsons, and you realize, oh, he was actually really good for our defense. And sure, he got injured, but Green Bay took him a little bit to get going. Once he got going, though, he was fantastic. So that's why Cowboys, I don't love it because I'm an Eagles fan, but they're going to go ahead and get an edge rusher. They're going to get Falk. The Rams, simple as this, we're going to be looking at it, and they're going to just keep on the building. What are they building for Stafford? It's called a little bit of tight end fun. This guy is an absolute freak coming out of Oregon, and that's going to be Sadiq. Now, Puka, I'm not going to touch on that because that seems like a little bit too personal. And it's a little bit great, but they need an offensive weapon who's going to go above and beyond here. That's the difference maker. Sadiq, he's freakishly fast. He's also tight end. It's insane. Now, ran a 4.39 at the combine, fastest by a tight end. I know. But they're going to go ahead and get him just because Matthew Stafford, he's going to be able to build them up, and you're going to get a new guy in and really use the tight end. McVay loves his tight ends. Baltimore Ravens, when we go ahead and see what they need, you need help. You just need help. And Lamar Jackson is doing everything he can, but it's not going to happen. And you're trying to tell me to take someone from over here. I'm not listening to Mekhi Lemon. Malachi Starks, Mekhi Lemon. Both on the same teams. Both with the Malachi, with that sounding information. That's what you're going to need. Lamar Jackson's going to be super happy with him. And you just need it. You need it big time. He plays a lot bigger than his frame. Again, his frame's not the biggest, but bigger than Zay Flowers. Okay, look, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, what do you need to do? You need to protect him. You need to protect the bake. You make sure you have the right humidity, the right amount of flour, and the right amount of salt for him. Their coach is awful. I don't know why they still have him. Him who should not be named. That's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach, is him who should not be named. And now what we're going to go ahead here is take the Penn State. Now, do I love Penn State? No. No, I don't. But that's what they're going to need. Simple as that. Next is going to be Penn State again. Yep, it's sad, but it's also the truth. Unless I accidentally already clicked his name. Come on, select the player. Let's go. H-A. If you guys don't know by now. Wait, what is going on? Everything is just not going right. Whatever. They need a cornerback. Let's just go ahead and find it. I was going to say Harris, but I guess not in the draft. This is really embarrassing. We're going to go ahead. You're just going to need, you need someone. So here you go. Delane. Bang. Did I already pick Harris for someone else by accident? Whatever. We're a little bit bad. We're a little bit down bad. We're going to stream through the rest of this because we just need to get fast, I guess. What are you going to do? All right, people. Let's go ahead. Detroit Lions, you need help at offensive tackle. For offensive tackle, we are going to go ahead and select no one other than Lomu. It's going to be able to protect Utah. Not bad. If you want to go ahead and dive into Lomu, 313 pounds, and he's an elite athlete, named after a rugby legend. So you know these rugby guys, they know how to defend. They're just big and scary and simple as that. Minnesota Vikings. What you're going to need is a cornerback. Now, here's the thing. I feel like we're getting really out there with the cornerback play. And that's bad for me. That's big time bad. So, who are we going to look at? Go ahead and find McCoy. Because why not? You go ahead and you need a quarterback. And honestly, I'm at the point of the draft where I'm just like, I just want the Eagles to come in here. And it feels like it's so defensive and line heavy, which I know it is, but I just want to get excited about the players that I want to get excited about. Carolina Panthers, what do you need to do? You need to protect Bryce Young. Simple as that. We're going to go ahead and give him Blake Miller coming out of Clemson. Cowboys, again, you're picking based off the Green Bay trade for the guy who I just mentioned, Micah Parsons. What are you going to do? You're going to draft another edge. Why? Bundle them up and just hope for the best. One of them has to pan out. Simple as that. So we got the Dallas Cowboys. And then we need to go into Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to go ahead and get Freeling. Jesus, where are you? Take the wheel. Nope. You know what? Why not? Caden Proctor is now getting drafted ahead of Freeling because that's what happened. I want to take Freeling, but Jesus took the wheel and took Proctor. What are you going to do? That's Alabama for you. So, Chargers, who are we going to select for them? Well, you got to go ahead and just fix the holes on this. We're going to go ahead, linebacker here, Anthony Hill Jr., versatile, out of Texas, freak athlete, and also what the kids call a lot of fun. Just to watch, right? He was born on Valentine's Day, and that's the day I love, and that's also the day of giving Valen back. Next, we're on to the Birds. Sydney has left us. I don't know why I'm calling Sydney Crossing, but we're going to go ahead and get Dylan out of Oregon because we need someone just to play safe in Philly. Philly's not the most safe place, so what are you going to do? Next up, we have someone. There's just players on here that should have been drafted. Like Freeling is just he's slipping, but look, that's draft night. Let's see. Let's get a cornerback for the Cleveland Browns. God, Malik, that's a sweet name. Devin Moore, why not? But people, we're gonna go ahead and get Terrell coming out of Clemson. Guys, why is there so many Clemson players here? But yet they were so bad in the season. But you got another edge. We're going to need that big time. And for the Chicago Bears, well, you're going to go ahead and get Freeling. He slipped. Everyone's like, Ben Johnson, is he go? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that Buffalo Bills, they have DJ Moore. Speaking of that, but they also just need more help. They need more help. So I think they're going to go ahead and get Denzel Boston coming out of Washington. Why him over the other receivers? Truthfully, we're going to figure that out, but I don't know right now. That's just what ChatGPT told me. I didn't really know what to pick for the last 5 of these picks, so that's what ChatGPT said. They're going to need a linebacker. I say go ahead, get yourself someone who's actually going to matter, and just get CJ Allen. Whatever. You can't go wrong with picking Georgia players. When you look at running backs, no one else is going to get taken in the first round, I feel. I understand there's a premium for all this, but what you still need is just help. You need help big time off the edge. No, you don't. No, you don't. We're going to look at offensive tackles here. Let's just go ahead, just draft a random one. This is just a horrible mock draft as I'm going through it because my notes have shut off halfway through. So personally, I can't find any of the stuff, and we're just going off the dome. It's based off what I've seen last season. So right now, there's a lot of things that this team needs. A lot of things. I say we're just going to keep on building it up. Safeties from Toledo, people from defense in the Toledo. Why not? So you already have Carnell Tate if you're the Dolphins, which already gave you a pretty good wide receiver. What you're going to do, again, is build up that defense. And we're going to do is just take it and be very. Who do we just accidentally pick? This thing, I think, just picks for me sometimes when it takes too long. You're not getting Ty Simpson out of Alabama. Why not? Miami Dolphins, double wide receiver. This draft is just off the rails, and it's bad, and it's because I have to go to some place soon. So what are we going to do? They need help off the edge big time for the Patriots. TJ Park, Cassius, that's a sick name. Hal, there you go. Seattle Seahawks, you won. Congrats. Get another edge because why not? You got to get someone. TJ Parker. That's the first round of the draft. This is absolutely horrible and insanely inaccurate. But what do you want? It's a quick YouTube live stream. We want to see if anyone would join. No one joined. God bless. And there you go.